Hello and welcome everyone, I'm C.S.Gilmore and this is Home Safety Hotline. And I looked back through the old footage. This figure here was not here before. Also not sure, that was there I believe, but this figure was definitely not here before. So it seems as we progress through this storyline, something is coming closer on our screen. Anyway, let's jump into, where are we on? Thursday or Friday? Friday, I believe. Yes. I think we have Friday and then Saturday, and I don't think there's anything beyond that. Unless you get the DLC. There is a DLC up for this game, which is a seasonal thing, like centered around Christmas, I believe. I don't currently have that DLC. But we'll see how things go. Yep. Yeah, I think you have to click on some things in order to get them to really move.
Supervisor Carroll here. Vein accuracy continues to impress those of us above and below the soil. I have updated your permissions once more. Keep up the great work, employee. Our eyes rest soundly upon me.
Thanks. New entries now available. Alright. We still don't have all of them. So, yeah, we definitely got at least one more day. But there is a lot here to go through. Trash gnome. That looks like a Furby that someone stuck in the trash can and just has its ears sticking up. I am 90% sure that is a Furby.
There were Satan worshippers in my shed. I think it might be my no-good teenager having joined up with one of those dungeon dragon cults they say these days, because he's been gone for days now, and the next thing you know, I find a dang tree growing in my shed. The tree is all covered in torn-up fabric and some kind of black liquid. Classic satanistic ritual crap, I assume. Tell me what I can do to get these godless teens off my property.
Right. Well, unless I come across something that fits better, I am pretty sure her son there probably got eaten by one of those rosebush mimic creatures. But, well, let's see what else, if anything else comes up. Right now, let's read through our new entries like we usually do. Trash gnome. Trash gnomes are a subspecies of gnome with thick brownish-gray fur, frog-like eyes, and large gaping mouths. They are known to seek out trash receptacles and burrow inside them for both food and shelter. Homeowners with trash gnomes often report the smell of rotten eggs, finding large clumps of fur throughout the house, tipped garbage cans, and loud crunching sounds at night. Trash gnomes are highly territorial once home. While their bite is not fatal, it can often lead to inconvenient and painful circumstances, such as the loss of a finger or nose. Ow. While attempting to discard trash or remove a trash bag from the receptacle, they are also capable of spreading deadly diseases to humans, such as rabies or tetanus. What? So they're putting in tetanus as a transferable disease and not just an ear condition for this one? Interesting. Interesting world lore. To prevent a trash gnome from homing inside your trash, it is recommended to not let trash in the home be idle for more than a day or two, as their noses are highly sensitive to the smell. To remove a trash gnome permanently, it is highly advised to utilize HSH's pest removal services. Sprig vines. Okay, we might have something that could go for differently for what this person has, but let's find out then, because I see a sprig tree is also up here. Sprig vines are rapidly growing vines. They are known to quickly consume a house and block off exits. They are often a sign that a spriggan has been provoked. I'm reminded of that one video we saw a few days back in the game of a house that was selling. There was a big house, but it was selling for like $12,000, and it was covered in ivy. I wonder if that's why. If this would be the reason. Sprig vines are not dangerous on their own and can be cut through. Can create struggles when needing to exit the house in a hurry, such in the case of floods, fires, or a spriggan in pursuit. Fair. Sprig vines will continue to grow so long as the spriggan that made them desires it. It is advised to vacate and rehome as soon as possible. Sprig tree. Alright. Sprig trees are a rapidly growing tree-like organism that takes root in a human body. They are known to cause structural damage to a home as they continue to grow, generally reaching their full size in a matter of days. They are known to be caused by the touch of a spriggan. Ooh. Sprig trees are incredibly deadly to those infected, and will result in death once they have reached a certain size. Anyone near a sprig tree while it is growing in an indoor location is also at risk of injury or death from the structural damage that will occur as it grows. There is no cure for a sprig tree. The infected individual should be quarantined, while any others occupying the household should vacate the premises immediately. Do not touch the infected person or the black substance that leaks from them under any circumstance. Okay, so yep, her son got touched by a spriggan, it seems. Begin looking for a new home and arrange any funeral service as needed for the affected individual. Alright, so we found your problem. Sprig tree. Since I don't think spriggan is an option we can pick. Let's see what these others are. Soap sprite. Soap sprites are a subspecies of sprite that are known for consuming bacteria and harmful microbes. They frequently occupy bathrooms appearing similar to pink bars of soap in order to feed off the hands that use them. They secrete a suds-like substance that is used to digest their meals. Soap sprites, despite their bacteria-eating lifestyle, are frequently known to spread deadly diseases such as the Fey flu to humans who handle them, making them a serious household hazard. Soap sprites are easy to remove and dispose of by way of tongs or other grabbing utensils. Identifying soap sprites can be difficult, so it is recommended to not keep any bars of soap in the household to ensure they can be identified and removed as soon as possible. Or just don't use pink soap. You know it's not right. Interesting concept, though. Rain nymph. Oh, that's fun. Okay, that was definitely a conversation. I didn't quite make out the words very well. Or if that was supposed to be the rain nymph talking, or if that was supposed to be someone talking about the rain nymph, or talking to the rain nymph. Anyway, rain nymphs are a subspecies of nymph. They are most active during rainstorms. They are faint humanoids. With a glow in their eyes, they often appear near windows and doors, asking to be let inside. Okay, so that's right, it was it asking to be let in. Homeowners afflicted with rain nymphs often report flooding. The floods rain nymphs cause can lead to water damage, which can be both costly and dangerous to a home. Rain nymphs are very preventable, in that their pleas to be let inside can simply be ignored. It is advised to stay away from doors and windows during rainstorms, to avoid having to endure rain nymphs' various temptations and threats. Uh-huh. Kobolds. Okay, now that picture just looks like a dog peeking around the corner. Kobolds are 5-foot-tall humanoid creatures with dog-like faces. Okay, that's why it looks like a dog. Because they probably used a dog for the picture, but yeah, dog-like faces guy. They are known to burrow into dark rooms or storage closets and make them their home. Homeowners infested with kobolds will sometimes report broken floorboards. Interesting. This kind of makes me think. I'm reminded D&D usually has a more lizard-like, more dragon associated. Randy, why are you whining? Is the kitty being threatening? I know you're a whim. Settle down. Kobolds are harmless to humans until they are discovered, at which point they will often lash out violently to protect their home, causing injury or even death. If discovered, kobolds will attempt to lure humans into their space by poking their dog-like heads out from behind corners and whimpering. Do not ever enter a kobold's domain. Solution: one should not attempt to remove a kobold from their home. It is strongly advised to hire professionals and utilize HSH's pest removal services. False flower. Oh no. Interesting sounds. False flowers are long, slender creatures that vaguely resemble common houseplants. They are known to take root in indoor pied plants, disguising themselves among the flowers. Homeowners often report hearing faint singing. Danger. False flowers are harmless if left to their own devices. However, if homeowners attempt to disrupt or remove them, they will often lash out by spraying a toxic chemical known to cause blindness or loss of sight. Might that be the same thing? Anyway, false flowers are not to be disturbed once they have taken root. Water regularly and try not to notice their presence. Ignore their singing. Dreamweaver. Ooh, okay, that's not cool, man. This is straight from the Plateau of Lang stuff. H.P. Lovecraft, whatnot. Dreamweavers are large, spider-like creatures known to weave dreams into reality. They also are known to cause nearby humans to only dream about everything being covered in webs. They will only move into a household if no other spiders are present. Dreamweavers are parasitic in nature and feed off the dreams of humans while they sleep. While this does not cause any direct harm to humans, it can lead to increased anxiety, and the large webs they weave can often trap dust, pets, and children, causing further complications. To remove a dreamweaver from a household, homeowners should refrain from sleeping for as long as possible, in order to starve the creature and encourage it to find a new home. Dreamweavers will often attempt to induce sleep by ensnaring homeowners and injecting them with a sleep-inducing venom. Do not let them do this. Like, I'd want to have them do anything like that, whether it was dream-inducing or otherwise. Or sleep-inducing. This feels like it could be useful for insomniacs, though, in some cases, as long as you don't mind the spidery, webby dream. Closet labyrinth. That sounds fun. Closet labyrinths are large, twisting networks of tunnels that are known to occasionally appear inside of the closets or wardrobes of wealthy homeowners or left behind in homes once owned by the wealthy. So apparently the wealthy part is a must. Homeowners with closet labyrinths will often report missing clothes or the sounds of distant cries coming from their closet. Closet labyrinths are incredibly easy to get lost in by design, and can prove especially hazardous to homeowners carrying valuable items such as gold, precious silk, or rare spices on their person. I don't think there's a time in my life I have carried any such items of any of those natures. What's considered rare spices? Because like a lot of the common household spices we have nowadays used to be rare. They are otherwise harmless to those who do not enter their domain. If a closet labyrinth is discovered, it is advised to lock or blockade the entrance to prevent accidental entry and diminish the lure of the labyrinth's hidden riches. If it is absolutely vital, a closet labyrinth can be removed from a home. It is advised to utilize HSH's labyrinth removal team. I have a really good map sense, so unless the labyrinth shifts or something like that, I bet I could make good use of that. I mean, that just sounds like free room to store stuff in at that point. As long as you aren't stupid about it. Animations. Animations are any miniature humanoid figures such as dolls, puppets, or marionettes that are capable of moving on their own. Great, I hate it. Homeowners with animations most commonly report hearing clattering noises at night and missing or stolen household objects. Animations are usually not directly dangerous to humans and will ignore them entirely as they go about their business, but their presence in a household may indicate the interest of other potentially dangerous parties. Yeah, like probably whatever animated. Most animations will depart or collapse on their own after completing their intended function, and no further action is needed. If an animation persists for more than a few days in a single location, it may be a sign of more dangerous activity. In these cases, it is advised to contact HSH's pest removal services. Alright, well, unfortunately, ma'am, your son is dead, because that tree is your son. Congratulations, you have a tree son. Unfortunately, he ain't coming back, because I don't know how to untree someone. Also, you probably have a Spriggan somewhere around that didn't like your son for some reason. Maybe you did something. You might want to watch out yourself, unless you like being a tree too. I take no responsibility for if you become a tree. Have fun.
Hey, I called last week about some noises in my house, and after following the instructions
locations you sent me, they still seem to be happening. I already told you guys what was happening, but the short story is that every night I'm hearing clattering noises coming from the kitchen. In the morning, I usually check the kitchen for any signs of droppings or whatever, but the place looks spotless. Can you please tell me what's actually happening so I can get some sleep?
Please hold.
Okay. I think this is a previous thing we've had before. Was there a kitchen hob? There was definitely something that did stuff with kitchens and cleaned it up. The part that about basically making the place spotless, that's the big clue, I believe. I don't think that's a normal home hob, is it? Apple, bobber, carbon, cellar, grotto, lobbers, cockroaches, common hob. Maybe it was the common hob? Tends to put some dust or common sticky substances on the floor. Just clean them. I feel like there was a different one. Where is it? False fire, false structure, frozen pipes, gopher, the horde, house fires, house fly, house spider, kobold, lamp sprite, laundry, not it, mirror nymph, no, night gnome, pipe growth, pipe hob, rain nymph, portal, raccoon, seedlings, soap, sprite, sprig, vine, stair, slug, tea, sprite, no, termites, ticks, toilet hob, trash gnome. You make messes, you don't clean them up. I am sure there was something that specifically mentioned kitchens and cleaning them. I'm fairly sure there was something at one point. But what was it? Not you. Definitely not that. No. Now there were outside window things. Screen parcels of wealth and good fortune. Yeah, no, not that. Laundry room? No, you were the thing that goes in the laundry. Lamp sprite. Kobold. House spider. House fly. Iron horde. Fracture. Not that. Floor roots, no. False rosebush, no. False fay, flea, fee, fi-fo, thumb. Alright, I think that maybe it was the common hob and I'm just remembering wrong. Trying to come out at night, there for dust, I don't know, floors and dishes, cleaning them in the process. Following the instructions you sent me, they will seem to be happy. I told you what's happening. So first is that every night I'm hearing clattering noises coming from the kitchen. In the morning I usually check the kitchen for any signs of droppings. The place looks spotless. Carbon, bed bug bat, attic gnome. Now I have to stay common hob. I can't think of anything else that fits as close, unless I completely am forgetting. Well, we'll find out, I guess. Have fun, probably dying. Next. No. Hello.
Yes, hi. I recently purchased from your company one of your home security installation services, and not a week later, I'm still getting break-ins. As I mentioned prior, someone has been breaking into the greenhouse and taunting us with their singing. They could be some insane serial killer, for all we know. All they do is sing at night, but no one in my family feels safe anymore. None of your stupid security alarms even went off.
Alright, you're easy. You have a false flower. Because they like to sing, and they It won't set off the security if it's already in there. False flower. Submit. Do 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 do. Next. No courage callers. La, la, la. Are we moving on anytime soon? I don't know what controls the gaps between. If there's like, is it purely a timer or if there's some
Hey,
touch?
Flipper here. I've got 2 dumbbells that I bought from you that need a good spit shine. Know what I mean? These bells have got all kinds of grit, grime, grease. Can't even see my face in them when I'm deadlifting. Know what I mean? I'm looking at these bells right now here. I'm seeing spit, crud, and juice, and
Hey, who are you? How did you get in? Hey, now easy there. Get away. Get away.
Uh-huh. So we're nice people? Alright. So... Also, it sounds like someone just discovered something and attacked. Or if that's supposed to be in our offices. Or somewhere else.
Hello, Supervisor Carroll here. I noticed that you've been experiencing regular, disruptive calls from a false caller with ulterior motives. I've seen to it that this false caller shall no longer be a blight upon me. Keep up the good work, employee.
Thanks, Carol. You're the best. Have a good time with thee and thine and all that junk. Why did that sound weird?
There's some kind of insect in my house, and I think it may have died. I saw this big, nasty thing fly in through the window, and I haven't been able to find it anywhere, but I think maybe it electrocuted itself somewhere because I can smell this awful burning scent throughout the house. Can someone come find this thing and get it out of my house?
Please hold.
Alright. Thing flew in. Burning scent. Can't find it. Alright, that's a weird one. Oh, good, and I can't look things up right now. Okay, well, let me just look through the names and see what catches my attention. No. I think he might have a lamp sprite. If I remember right, they tend to cause some burning stuff as they overheat lamps. That would make sense. Came in through the window, that sort of deal. It's a sprite, so it has wings. Night Wisp doesn't match. Right. Ring. No. Now that fits. Yeah, I think he has a lamp sprite. Let's see what we get out of this. Lamp sprite. Submit. Have fun fixing that. It'd be nice if this fixed sometime soon. Just in case.
It took my daughter. It took my daughter. She's gone. It wrapped its awful tendrils around her and took her down with it. I saw it with my own eyes. Please, send help. The police won't do anything. Send help.
Please hold.
Okay, tendrils wrapped around her. took his daughter. Unfortunately, she's gone. Yeah, nothing I can do to help you with that one, man. You have floor roots, I do believe. Yeah, danger to children, if I remember correctly. That's the thing that makes the most sense to me, anyway. Goodbye. Sorry, I can't help you more. Yeah, we'll send services over to do what they can, but I'm pretty sure your daughter's been taken to those beneath the soil and or eaten or something. I don't know. I don't know what they actually do with people, but she's gone, man. You ain't getting her back. I'm afraid.
It stole me. It stole me. I'm not me anymore. It took me. It took me. I can't see myself anymore. I'm gone. Help me. Get me back, please.
Oh, right. You're an
Please
easy one.
hold.
One that we got way back in, like, I think day 2. This is a mirror. Where are you? Mirror nymph. They're known for stealing faces. Have fun with that. Good luck getting your face back. There is actually hope for you. You can indeed get your face back if you manage to catch it and smash the mirror. Good luck with that. Do 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 do. I think we're on a pretty good run so far. I mean, there's a couple I'm a little iffy on, but I think we've done about as good as we
I
can.
think some homeless or druggies might be in my house because I keep finding used needles, cans, metal scrap, and other such nasty things on my living room carpet. I have children in this house, and this is a very serious hazard to their health. And before you say anything, yes, I already called the police, and they told me to call this number instead. So I assume that you will send over the proper authorities to deal with this matter promptly.
Okay.
Please hold.
That is a little trickier, but I do believe that fits. That makes me think of the Horde. Collective consciousness is known to collect and store large quantities of common household refuse, or to store quantities of trash in the home may make them prone to spread disease in the homes and houses. Ryan food, use syringes, and rusty metal are among the more common household. Yep, okay, this all fits. The Horde. Have fun with that. The Horde will continue to gather and hoard the treasure. Definitely is advised to sell one's home. Alright, can often assist in this process. Yep, keep the home as tidy as possible as not to attract the Horde's attention. Alright.
Yeah, is there some kind of home security camera I can purchase from you guys? For the last few nights, we haven't gotten any sleep thanks to some punks outside with flashlights or something. Someone keeps flashing these bright lights through our windows at night, but I haven't been able to see who's doing it. I want to catch them on camera so I can finally bust these stupid teens for all they're worth.
Right.
Please hold.
You have, the closest thing I can think of for that is Night Wisps. Right? Night Wisp. 2 lights. Floating lights. They are known for hover outside windows at night while whispering promises of wealth and good fortune. He didn't mention any whispers, but he may have just been caught up in the lights. And they're the only thing I can think of that has lights. So, like that fits that. Just, yeah, it just fits. So, Night Wisp. Submit. Just don't listen to him, my man. Don't listen to him. Move on. Play a YouTube video. Creepypastas. My wife loves to fall asleep to listening to creepypastas. Works really well. Use those. Drown them out. Don't pay attention to the lights. Put a sleepy mask on if you need to. Yeah? Yeah, you can do it. Not too hard. Easy problems. Well, you got way easy, my man. Much better than the lady who had her son turned into a tree.
Hey, so I think I found some kind of door. I feel like maybe I should step through it. Yeah, I think I need to go inside. The wind feels so nice.
Please hold.
Ma'am, you have a portal. Don't step into random portals. Especially once they're luring you in, that just sounds like it's gonna drop you somewhere you don't want to be. Yeah. Portal, known to lure. Yeah, okay. You got a portal, ma'am. Thanks for an easy one. But, don't do it. Don't. No. As tempting as it is, I know I'd be tempted. But I'd also be going, man, random door opens up in the middle of nothing that wasn't there before. I'd be worried about it disappearing, leaving me stranded either in some weird part of the world or perhaps not even on my world. And I don't want to risk that separate from my family, so I wouldn't.
This might, sound strange, but I think there's some kind of, squid or something in my bathroom. I went into the bathroom in the middle of the night last night, and I could see something slithering under near the sink with its, little tentacles or, tendrils or, whatever. But when I turned on the lights, nothing was there. I checked under the towel, under, that little soap thing and everything, but I know it's somewhere. It's too freaking big to have gone down the drain. Still gotta be hiding in here.
Your voice doesn't feel like it matches your face.
Please hold.
But, you have a soap sprite, I do believe. Yeah, soap sprite. Submit. Yep. Little tendril thingies. Where are you? Soap sprite. Here you go. At least you got an easy fix. Don't use it though, or you might get a flu and then you're dead. Well, okay, not dead, but you'll wish you were. 100% accuracy. We're on a roll with these later days. Man, the earlier days I felt like they were a lot harder. This one's going smooth. Please clock out. Yes. I'm getting another coupon. This will be my third coupon. Alright, what have we got? Thunder Peak. Great American Heights. Ooh, that looks like somewhere I've hiked before. Thunder Peak. Okay, maybe not. But I think I've hiked some areas that had a similar setup. Most dangerous yet rewarding hiking locations. Okay. In this guide, we'll show you how you can be best prepared for one of nature's most beautiful trails. I mean, that looks fairly well maintained as far as trails go. Supplies. Alright, what are we talking? As with any hiking trail, you'll want to ensure you come prepared with supplies to help you meet the demanding physical trials ahead. Yeah, snacks, water, ice and toilet paper, just in case. Garbage bag was a good idea. Hiking boots. Yeah, those two. I didn't count those because clothes you'd be wearing. Water bottle. Yeah, okay. That I'd usually want to bring more water than that for a big hike. Iron sword. Never actually brought one of those on a hike with me. I'd get weird looks from people, but I totally would do it. Climbing gloves. Yeah, not a big fan of free climbing, but okay. If you don't have access to all these materials, be sure to consult one of the Thunder Peak park guides before embarking. Do they have loans on iron swords? Because if they loan out iron swords, I'm in. Man, yeah, sure, that sounds like fun. I'll take it. Is it cold iron, or are we talking like otherwise? Thunder Peak is a straightforward but steep trail consisting mostly of switchbacks leading through a natural cave, and finally a short climb up to its pristine peak. Alright, doesn't look that bad as far as steep goes. Pace yourself as you progress. This both conserves energy and helps you appreciate the scenery around you. Okay, wow, that is I have hiked way less maintained trails than that. What's behind the rocks? Be sure to stop and read the info signs littered along the trail. Yeah, those are always fun. When you see red and yellow lines, it means you are in a high rockfall area. Travel with caution. Yep, usual problems. Once you've entered the quiet zone, remain completely silent. Ooh, quiet zone, huh? As you approach the cave entrance, remove your hiking boots. Enter the cave. Man, that's a nice door. Nicely reinforced with bindings. Yeah, when inside the cave, move carefully and quietly. Do not stop. Follow the lights. Do not stray. Talking like trolls here? Hill giants? Dragon? If you hear this sound, stay still and unsheath your sword. Sounds like the cameraman, or it looks like the cameraman did not follow that instruction about holding still. Well, that's what the sword's for, huh? Once you exit the cave, don your boots and gloves for the final climb to the peak. You made it. Now enjoy the view. Then you gotta go back through the cave. On the way down. Fun times. Alright. Oh, yep, I just realized that figure is definitely closer. Hi. Looks like a woman. See, looks like either shorts or a skirt, tank top, maybe? But they are definitely a person-noid coming closer. Alright. Hello, if you're receiving this email, it's because you have been emailed by this address before. This address is no longer active. Interesting. The employee this address is registered to is no longer employed here at Home Safety Hotline. As of 4/30/1996, tomorrow, this address will be shut down. Okay. And no longer able to send or receive email messages. If you still need support from HSH, please email us at support. Yeah. Okay, got it. Where's my coupon? Congratulations, employee. Your high accuracy rate has awarded you today's daily coupon. Today's daily coupon is for hag hide. Sourced, cruelty-free from the perished and treated with our flower-scented formula. These are the best quality hag hides you'll find. This month, only, we'll even throw in an iron wall mount free of charge. Let the whispers keep your bed the safe haven it should be. Sleep easier, sleep safer. To receive your discount, simply type the following code during your online checkout. Haglin 4 deals. Someone had fun making these names. Keep up the great work, employee. That's that's expensive. But then, of course, I imagine hags don't die all that often, and for ethically sourced hag hides. Also, it sounds like they whisper, even when dead. Give me 1 second. I want to do what I did last time. See what exact percentage of sale are we talking about here? Like, what are we getting for a discount? 4, 3, 9. Not quite as good a deal as last time. This is more of a, what is that? 17.5% discount. Kind of an awkward number. But you know what? Yeah, not bad. Okay. Doesn't quite look like the sort of thing I'd want in my house, but whatever. Next day. I think this is our last day for this game, but I'm not sure. Let's find out. Pretty sure it'll be a good giveaway if we end up with everything unlocked. Yes. Or something I can click on to. You gonna call me or not? There we go.
Hark, employee. Lend thine ear once more. Supervisor Carroll here again. I've updated thy permissions to grant thee access to all relevant household hazard information. Continue thy labors, employee. Soon thy time in the soil arriveth. Prepare thy body.
Soon thy time in the soil arriveth. Does that mean like I get to get a break, and by break I get to die? Or they say this like it's a very good thing, but it just feels like a threat. Thy time in the soil arriveth. Prepare thy body. And we've had to see a lot of things that turn people into plants. I'm not sure this is quite what I want. Does it mean I get to go into a cave vacation? Okay, maybe I can deal with the cave. Yeah, okay. Hi there. Thanks for calling anyway.
Some kind of animal has gotten into my cellar. I know it's down there because I can hear it flapping around sometimes when the house is quiet. Tell me what to do to get rid of this thing because I think it's getting into all my Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays. I found a whole bunch of broken bottles on the floor. Stupid thing is probably getting loaded.
Please hold. I think you have a wine sprite? But what other new things do we have here? Autumn vines. Got it. Those are what people use in most horror movies saying fall. Autumn vines are vines with orange or red leaves that are known to slowly grow over a house, frequently occurring during the fall. Homeowners with autumn vines often report feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or blissful. The pheromones autumn vines release in the air, while not toxic, can often cause household accidents thanks to their blissful, dizzying effects. To remove autumn vines from a household, locate where the initial growth is coming from by inspecting the soil around the home for an extended red parent vine. Pull this vine out by the roots and burn it. Prevent autumn vine growth by making regular offerings of insects or meat substances to the ones beneath the soil. Got it. Bed hag. Okay. Bed hags are large humanoid creatures with an elderly woman-like appearance. They are known to dwell beneath beds, hammocks, and other suspended sleeping apparatus. Homeowners infested with bed hags will sometimes report creaking or wheezing sounds at night, or the feeling of heavy weight on their chest at night. Cool. So anyone with night terrors. Got it. Or sleep paralysis. Issues would probably have this sort of experience. Got it. Bed hags are not dangerous to most healthy human adults, but small children and humans suffering from breathing problems such as asthma may be adversely affected by their presence. Bed hags are known to steal the breath of their sleeping subjects at night, causing a shortness of breath and sometimes sleep paralysis. Bed hags can in fact be beneficial to a home as their presence can frighten off other pests such as various insects or mice. In the cases where a bed hag is undesirable, it is advised to utilize HSH's pest removal services. Yeah, I get some issues at night, but that's mostly due to the fact that I tend to be a mouth breather, and and thick mucus buildup, junk like that affects my breathing sometimes. That I have issues, but thankfully not that bad ones. And Dorka, or is that Dorsha? Dorka, I feel like it's Dorka, is the one who delivers. Homeowners experiencing Dorka commonly report feelings of immense dread and the sensation of being followed or pursued. They might also experience visions of a great lurking shadow. Dorka will deliver that which it seeks. There is no coming back from deliverance. Dorka is otherwise harmless to humans it does not seek. Okay, I thought it was like delivering, like as in like delivering a package, not like, oh, deliverance as in, hey, you're being delivered from something. To be sought by Dorka is to be found by Dorka. If you or a loved one are sought by Dorka, it is advised to grieve and find peace through acceptance. Alright, so that went into some initial directions I didn't exactly expect right off the bat. Leprechauns! Ooh, that's a different sort of looking leprechaun. Right. Leprechauns are small humanoids covered in long brown hair that are known for consuming common household valuables such as jewelry, silverware, and other precious metals. In addition to being a household nuisance, leprechauns' appetite for precious metals can also cause long-term damage to heaters, furnaces, and other common appliances, if they are not properly protected. Additionally, leprechauns can occasionally cause direct harm to humans in cases where homeowners have metallic medical implants such as braces, crowns, or joint replacements. They really like metal. Got it. Leprechauns will move on to other feeding grounds on their own once they run out of food, but more proactive means of removal require physical capture. If immediate removal is desired, it is recommended to utilize professional help via HSH's pest control services. Yeah. Neighbor's doorway. Ooh. Neighbor's doorways are door frame-like structures that can often appear in basements or cellars. They are known to cause confusion if stepped through, as well as parallelism. So dimensional, like side dimension travel. Neighbors' doorways do not cause any direct harm to humans, but if stepped through, the resulting parallelism will often result in unwanted household activity, such as altered behavior or perceived missing memories in the human who comes through the other side. Neighbors' doorways are tricky to remove without accidentally putting one's body through them, and potentially triggering the parallel activity. It is advised to utilize HSH's doorway removal services. One can prevent neighbors' doorways from occurring by practicing mindfulness and not letting one's mind wander towards wishing for alternate life paths. Interesting prevention method. Hookah! Why does this remind me of Rick and Morty at piece I saw like an ad for? Right. Pukas are shapeless creatures that commonly inhabit homes in the shape and likeness of a household pet. They are known for their tendency to replace common pets such as dogs or cats and live in their place to watch homeowners eat and sleep. Homeowners with pukas frequently report unusual or frightening pet behavior. Pukas are relatively harmless to humans, but the discarded bodies of household pets they leave behind can over time create other pests and disease hazards within the home. A foul smell signifies decay, and the discarded body should be found and removed immediately. Pukas can be encouraged to leave a home by not drawing attention to their activities. Pukas thrive on the attention they receive from frightened homeowners, so refrain from screaming or yelling when surprised by them, and make attempts to ignore their presence whenever possible. So just treat them like a normal dog or cat or whatever, and they'll move on with life. Reanimation. Grandma? You? Reanimations are any deceased remains of living creatures capable of moving on their own. Sometimes dead is better. That's what comes to mind is pet cemetery. Homeowners with reanimations commonly report foul smells, soil being tracked inside the home, and large holes in the ground appearing near or around the home. Reanimations are capable of spreading a wide variety of dangerous diseases and parasites deadly to humans, so close proximity or contact should be avoided at all costs. They are also commonly used to inflict direct violence against homeowners and are incredibly adept at hiding and waiting for vulnerable moments. Reanimation's pursuit is slow but relentless, so relocation is not necessary or advisable. It is advised to contact any friends, neighbors, or strangers the homeowner may have recently slighted and make peace or bargain. So in other words, they're zombies brought back by a necromancer. What if I just re-kill them? There are ways. And, they can only be so dead before they become unable to do anything anyway. Anyway, moving on. Spriggans! Hey, I know someone you bothered recently. I think that's supposed to be it, right? Spriggans are small green humanoids with leaf-like coatings on their bodies. They are seen rarely in households and reside primarily inside trees. They are known to act violently upon homeowners when provoked. However, homeowners affected by Spriggans commonly report rapid vine growth in and around their homes, and a feeling that the trees are watching them. Because they are. Spriggans are incredibly dangerous to humans when provoked, and physical contact with one will result in the growth of a sprig tree within the affected individual. Yep. Spriggans cannot be persuaded to leave the home once provoked. However, one can take precautions to prevent provoking a Spriggan. Refrain from removing trees, flowers, or weeds on your property. Do not ever kill or hunt wildlife within view of your home. Do not eat any wild fruit or vegetable that may grow on your property. Consider making offers of water each night, left in a clean dish on your porch. Right. Troll. Okay, we're going for, the putty trolls. Alright. Alright. That's awfully quiet for a 12-foot tall thing. Trolls are giant, 12-foot tall nocturnal creatures that normally are not seen in the home. However, during the winter, they will deflate their bodies in order to fit inside homes and steal warm materials such as blankets or articles of clothing. Fun! Homeowners infested with a troll will frequently report missing clothes, or claim to hear the shrill sounds of air escaping in the middle of the night. Danger. Trolls are very dangerous to humans when they are startled. Thanks to their ability to inflate their bodies to their full height of 12 feet in a matter of seconds, their skin, despite its flexibility, is incredibly durable and will smash through the ceilings of most homes when fully inflated, causing property damage and injury to anyone in the vicinity. Do not ever approach a troll. An active troll will leave by morning once it has secured its bounty. It is recommended to install repelling fixtures such as UV lights to prevent future break-ins. Or are we going with the trolls that turn to stone in daylight type deal, or then or just a version to UV? A warlock remnant. Hello. Warlock remnants are a residual presence often left behind by former warlocks, most commonly inhabiting older households, castles, or underground dwellings. Homeowners experiencing warlock remnants often report objects moving on their own, the sound of hostile warning whispers, or sighting bearded figures in reflective surfaces. This is a Call of Cthulhu type thing. What's that scenario called? It's like a starter scenario for Call of Cthulhu. There's one where it involves basically this. Warlock remnants, while a hostile presence, are mere echoes of their former selves and are generally harmless. And not the one in Call of Cthulhu. Their ability to manipulate small household objects can prove hazardous to less cautious homeowners, however. Solution. Homeowners can purge the remnant from their home with the use of a Steely Stone. But the journey to retrieve one is both long and perilous and not recommended. If a warlock remnant proves sufficiently hazardous or inconvenient, it is highly recommended for homeowners to simply relocate. Alright, so that's everything. So yeah, I think this is our last day. Anyway, you have a wine sprite, I believe. Judging from how you mentioned it being into certain specific things. Wine sprite, submit. Also, don't drink anything that has been touched by that unless you like growing flowers out of your face. Kitties, chill out. No fighting. No fighting, kitties. Yes, I know you're fluffy.
So, I think something may have died inside my desk. It stinks to high heavens, and something is leaking out of it. I have to lock the door to my office since my kids are overly curious about the smell, so I need to know what to do about this as soon as possible.
I mean, you already basically took the right precautions
Please
because you
hold.
have wood secretions. Yay! Which are apparently very bad to children. Bang on wood surfaces, do not ever insult wood or shout at wood, deadly to humans. Yes. Translation of flesh if ingested. So yes, you did very good by doing what you did. Good secretions for you. Good luck. We can send someone over to help remove that probably. Safely. Don't touch it.
I think there's someone watching me. Outside, something is moving around in the trees, and I can never get a good look at them, but I know they're out there. I've seen their eyes. I don't know who they are, but the police were no help. They just asked me stupid questions like if I mowed my lawn recently or if I ate fruit in public or something, and told me to call you. Hoping you'll be more helpful.
You've got a Spriggan. Or at least that's what the police seem to think. And I have no reason to argue with that, given that it seems to fit the MO. So you have a Spriggan, which you apparently may have ticked off recently. Have fun with being watched by the trees. Next. Silly puppers. Next. Thank you.
My brother told me to call this number, but I don't know why. Things have never been better around here. My brother says he doesn't like the way the leaves move, the way they grow around the house like a warm embrace. Things are good here, brother. Things are good. Would you tell my brother that things are good?
Right, you have a fall ivy, whatever it was.
Please hold.
What was that thing called? Structure foods. Where was it? Where was it? Where's that? There's a remnant full. What was the name of this thing? Spring vines. Not the spring vines. The spring vines were, or not the sprig vines. Sorry. There was a different type of vine or ivy that made people kind of dumb. Where was it? Where was it? What was its name? Can't know that I'm a fraud. Autumn vines. Autumn vines. You have autumn vines. Yes, yes. There we go. Autumn vines. The non-American version for fall. Got it. Yeah, blissful, dizzying effects. Yep, yep. I mean, could be good in some cases, but yeah, probably also makes you. Judging from the way you're talking, I'm also worrying that there is some longer side effects than my information mentions.
Hi. I'm not where I should be. Please, I was told that you could help me. My family. They aren't my family. I don't know what's happened. Please tell me how to get back to my family.
Please hold.
All right, you have that neighbor's door, I believe it was called. What was it? Neighbor's doorway effect. You got the parallelism issue. I don't know if going back through the doorway might help you undo that, or give you a different version of it. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know how to help you. But I can send people over that might. Neighbor's doorway. Have fun figuring out which reality you're standing in. At least it's not quite the... At least it doesn't go full like Caroline, where like, oh yes, the other mother. Junk like that.
Hi, yeah, there's this awful smell of rotten eggs coming from my dining room, and when I looked to see what it was, I saw this awful, disgusting pile of crap on my dinner table. It's quite big, too, which has me worried that whatever produced this might still be in the house, because who knows how big this thing is. I mean, my dog can't even lay down something that big.
Okay. Dinner table. Quite big. Disgusting.
Please hold.
If it's what I think it is, lady, you might want to curb the insults, lest you offend something else. That would be a Fey feast. Let me double check this. Various species of fungi, subsequently, various edible food substances are known to appear near eating areas. Not dangerous if consumed, but if left untouched, they can provoke more dangerous activity. Versus other pests. As such, should be consumed immediately. This is a cause of various edible. They are known to appear near frequently including flour, cornmeal, and various species of fungi. Yeah. Okay, that doesn't quite answer the thing of Ryan eggs, though. Dining room, and when I looked to see what it was, I saw this. That, or... what have you got? I mean, I'm tempted to say Fey Feast, but I feel like this is a red herring. Because I'm not getting the... Like, there's not a lot of indicators here that other than the fact that it's on the dining room table and junk like that. But what else might leave something on the dining room table that makes people worry? The smell of eggs. Ryan eggs, all that. Oh, no. Nothing of that fits. No. Frozen pipe, gopher. Hostile, purple lamp sprite. Laundry gnome, leprechaun, memory wisp. Nice mirror nymph. Mole, neighbor's door. Like wisp pipe, hookah. Portal. Okay, within a foul smell seen by cicada, the discarded body should be found removed. Now that would fit that still. Seedling soap sprite spraying there's the tea, termite tick, toilet, trash. No, that's they stay in the trash, it sounds like. Travel node. Troll. What was the thing about trolls? Well, frequently report missing clothes who claim to hear the shrill sounds of air escaping in the middle of the night. Yeah, nothing about the smell, though. Alright. Wine, Sprite, foods. Yeah. I have to go with Fae Feast. That's the only thing I'm seeing that quite fits for me. But I'm not confident. I might just be telling someone to eat a bunch of garbage. Or literal droppings. So that should be interesting. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that even quite fits otherwise. So.
Hey, yeah, Paul here. I'm not sure what to do anymore. My kids can't sleep at night. I've been spraying about 50 different kinds of pesticides all over the place, washed and scrubbed all the bed sheets as much as frickin' possible, and every night it's the same story. Bunch of itchy kids with nightmares waking up at 4 a.m. and begging to sleep in Papa's bed. I'm fresh out of ideas.
Bunch of itchy kids with nightmares. Itchy kids, nightmares.
Please hold.
Okay. While they sleep, all this does not cause increased anxiety, and the large webs they weave can often trap dust pets and children, causing further complications. Nah, that doesn't quite fit. Itchy kids, nightmares. This with bed hags will sometimes report croaking or wheezing sounds or something like way on the chest at night. Nah, that doesn't I think it's bed teeth. Given the brief sleeping schedules, however, they tend to gradually grow sharper over time, so that can lead to infections and the open wounds they cause. These bed sheets and blankets should be washed regularly and inspected for rare more persistent growths. Should be scrubbed thoroughly or disposed entirely. With bed teeth often report mild discomforts when sleeping, such as tickling or itching, and more rarely slimy acidic residue on their skin. That feels like what we're dealing with. Not sure what to do anymore. My kids can't sleep at night. Kind of pesticides. Alright, yeah, but pesticides won't do anything against this. I'm pretty sure. I can't think of anything else right off the top of my head. Bed teeth.
Okay, you want to explain to me what the hell is happening? I called last week to ask why my home heater has been having issues, and nothing's changed after following the instructions you sent me. Be quiet. I know your teeth hurt, but Daddy's on the phone right now. Anyway, we're still freezing our butts off over here, so tell me what the hell is happening right now so I can get this fixed properly.
Please
Okay,
hold.
heating's out, and their child has their teeth hurting. Okay, I'm not 100% sure on that one, but that doesn't sound good. That does not sound good. Boggart? They also frequently observe their targets while they sleep. Dangerous to humans and pets due to their malicious nightly household activities, which can often cause injury or death. They also react very violently when seen by humans, but thankfully do not enter any sources refer to an active boggart by a name. No, that doesn't quite fit. I mean, flooding, fires, electric outages, but that doesn't quite fit for that. Underground homeowners experience warlock and often report officers moving on their own. The sound of hostile warning whispers or saying bearded fears or sources. Small house objects can prove hazardous to less cautious homeowners. No, that doesn't fit either. What are we dealing with here? This one's a tough one for me. Freezing. On the phone right now. Let's off over here so it can tell me right now so I can get this fixed. But my home's heater has been having issues. Wait. No, not that. No. Wait. Known to occasionally appear inside the closets or wardrobes while the owners. Does price come from the closet? Nah, not quite right. And nothing about cold crafts. I don't think it's a portal. Doesn't fit right. During cold seasons, pipes freezing and expand, causing stones, cracks, and leaks. This can lead to reversing water, which can be less costly and dangerous to a home. Nah, that doesn't fit still. That, no. This pipe growth. Pipe growths are known to make loud bubbling digestion noises after they eat a full meal. Inside now, okay, that's that. Pipe hob. No. Hookah. No. Animation, maybe? Did they come as cold? Home report. Foul smells, soil being tracked inside the home, and large holes in the green arrows. Nah, it doesn't fit. Sprite springs, brick tree, stair slug, tea sprite, termites, ticks, trash gnome, travel gnome, troll, sprite, wood secretions. This is a tough one. I'm really not sure what it is. Freezing, teeth hurt. Freezing and teeth hurt. I got nothing that matches with that I can think of. Huh. Weakened foundations of hazards. No. No. Okay, let's listen to this again.
Okay, do you want to explain to me what the hell is happening? I called last week to ask why my home heater has been having issues, and nothing's changed after following the instructions you sent me. Be quiet. I know your teeth hurt, but Daddy's on the phone right now. Anyway, we're still freezing our butts off over here, so tell me what the hell is happening right now so I can get this fixed properly.
Maybe a leprechaun? Maybe implants such as braces, crowns, or joint replacements. So yeah, I wonder if it ate the kids. If the kid has teeth work, and it could also have been affecting other heaters, furnaces. Ah, yes. Okay, leprechaun. Leprechaun fits. Aha. Leprechaun it is. That took way longer than it should have. There we go. Okay. Phew, that was a tough one. I think we got it right at the end there. I almost got wrong. I almost just was like, guess. But like frozen pipes or something. But no, it didn't. None of it fit quite.
I think some pranksters might be giving my wife and I a run for our money. Lately, my wife's clothes have started going missing, and at night I keep hearing this strange whoopee cushion type sound coming from outside. I tried to scare the kids off by keeping the porch lights on at night and putting out a neighborhood watch sign, but I think they're onto my tricks. Do you have any advice you can send me?
Okay, you got an
Please
easy one.
hold.
An easy one for me. They steal clothes, right? Missing clothes, shrill sounds or escape air in the middle of the night. Yeah, you got a troll, man. UV lights. UV lights is what you need. Because you probably don't have UV lights for what you're trying to do. Troll. Submit. You have lights, but yeah, not UV lights, and that won't work for a troll. Okay, that should work. I think that's accurate. The only other thing would have been the that one cabinet, but it didn't feel right for the closet labyrinth.
Hello, I saw your commercial and I thought I would call just in case you might know what's going on. I was recently putting on my kettle for a bit of afternoon Earl Grey when I heard this awful buzzing sound coming from the cupboard. I looked around inside, but I couldn't find anything but a few loose tea leaves. I'm quite concerned about the hornets and the bees and the like because I'm quite allergic to their stings, you know. So I just wanted to know if there's anything I should be worried about right now. My hearing isn't what it used to be, after all.
Please hold.
All right, you got a tea sprite. Where are you? EFGH, I think. QRST, tea sprite. Cool. Uh-oh. Next one's gonna be tricky.
Hi, we need some medical help. I'm not exactly sure what to say since I talked to our family practitioner already, but he said to call here, so we've been having some trouble sleeping. I thought it was just me, but both my husband and I started feeling shortness of breath around the same time. I'm worried about something spreading through our house since our kids all have asthma and some particularly severe allergies. We tried washing all the bed sheets in the house, but that didn't really help much. Thankfully, the kids haven't had any issues yet, so could you help us out sooner rather than later?
Please
Yeah, you got
hold.
night hags, I'm pretty sure. So the other stuff on here, the kids would be having a much harder time. But they could be having a hard time eventually. Especially with the asthma issue. But, where are you? Oh, no, it was Bed Hag, wasn't it? Bed Hag. Not Night Hag. Bed Hag. Difference. There you go. All set for you. We're still being blocked. Alright. You know, I feel like they could just give me a file, like a brick and mortar, like, solid, just on paper file here, and for all this stuff, I'm authorized for it, and we could do this without nearly so many issues.
So, I've been hearing this weird sound coming from the walls. Not exactly sure what it is, but I've been having a hard time sleeping at night because of this sound. Can you hear that? It's been non-stop lately. I've replaced all of my smoke detector batteries and everything, but I cannot figure out where the sound is coming from.
Please
Oh yeah,
hold.
I got you. You got whistling fungi. Your house is probably in trouble, but sounds nice. Worry if they start singing in harmony. I have vague ideas of what it does, other than that it's probably gonna wreck your house if they start whistling in harmony, because that probably means there's a whole lot of it, I think, and that means your foundations are probably toast. That, or they whistle in harmony and the vibrations cause some sort of destruction issues. I can see it being a few different things, but that sounds like whistling fungi.
Hey, yeah, Paul here again. Thanks a bunch for nothing, pal. I followed the instructions you sent, and they did jack. I ain't gotten a wink of sleep. My kids are breaking out in all sorts of rashes. See you never.
All right, you were the one I wasn't quite sure on, so fair. Wonder what you had though that I was missing. Kids rashes breaking out. I must have missed something. But what? What would it have been? Can't think of what would have been otherwise.
Hello? Can you help me? There's this terrible smell in my house, and I can't figure out where on earth it's coming from. I think it's upsetting my puppy Meatball, too. He's really been acting up lately. I could hardly blame him. It smells so terribly rotten. Please, can you help?
Oh, I'm afraid, lady, that Meatball is no longer with you. That's
Please
not
hold.
Meatball. And by me telling you this and freaking you out, I'm actually probably doing it a favor and making you feed it more, because it apparently eats your fear. You have a puka. So upside is you have a really interesting new pet. Downside is Meatball is gone. Well, he's around somewhere. You're smelling him. Yeah. Good luck cleaning that up. Just, go along your business. Pretend it is Puka. The Puka is Meatball, sorry. Just pretend that the Puka is Meatball and don't act weird about its odd behavior. Just live with it. It's cool. You got a weird pet thing that's now probably more intelligent and more capable than your previous pet. Didn't expect to hear from you again. And I see you've gone full mouse. Cool. Having trouble with the 92 points. Yeah, so that one I got wrong. That's still pass in my book. Also, I think we still get a coupon. Saturday. Yes. Alright, alright. Ah! The girl is gone and now I have a gaping hole in the earth is waiting. Ah, okay, do I get to go on a trip? Entry browser. That's new. Alright, mailbox first. Mailbox first. Congratulations! We are happy to report that we are most pleased with your labors and you are currently making all the necessary preparations for your impending descension. Assuming you pass the trial, the soil is fertile. Keep up the great work and thanks for working through the weekend. This was only 1 week's work. I feel like if you're gonna give me weird rewards, like this seems a little fast. No wonder you're going through employees fast. Anyway, congratulations, employee. Your accuracy rate has awarded you today's daily coupon. Today's daily coupon is for Glamour Stone. Ooh, that sounds Fey-related. Whether you are simply too tired to concentrate or if you just want to look your best without the stress, our Glamour Stones are here to put you at ease with our patented protective seal. Our Glamour Stones have a 99.9% reliability rating. To receive your discount, simply type the following code during your online checkout. Wham, glam, thank you, ma'am. Keep up the great work, employee. Once again, ow, expensive, but also that's a pretty big discount. What are we talking about here? We are talking about a 9.99 divided by 1899.99 equals. All right, that's 60. That's 0.4, so like a 31.5% discount, give or take. Not bad at all. All right, what was this for again? Just want to look your best with the strategic glamour stones are here to put you at ease. Too tired to so what is it, like a energy stone? Cool. Is it irradiated? Kind of looks might be irradiated. All right. Well, do I click on this or this? I think we have to click on this, right? Oh, okay. So this is just so I can look through all the entries again if I wanted. Yeah. Nothing different. All right. If I click on this then. Sunday. Okay, so this is continuing. Maybe? Ending cutscene? To begin shift, please clock in. Well, I'm already committed to it, so we'll do it. Even though it's probably going to leave me staying up later than I should if the trial has begun. Oh, okay. I see the trial, of course. We are many, we are above. We are followers of our queen. What are we? Alright.
Please hold.
You are bees. Did not expect this. I thought we were done. Did not expect that we did trial. Showcase thy knowledge. I can't. You haven't given me another call. Give me another call. I'll just do what we can do here. I mean, I'm starting to lose track of a few of these things. In my defense, there's a lot to keep track of now. I am not living, yet I clatter. I am small, I am weak, I serve my purpose, then I die. What am I?
Please
You are an animation. Forge ahead. Are we going down into the dirt here? Also, what's up with my vision? Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing at all. This is not where I thought this would go, but I'm all for it. This is hilariously awesome. Okay, your picture is kind of cool looking. But what's this? I am the beggar, I am the encroucher of the dry. I am friend to the water of the sky, what am I? You
Please
are
hold.
a... Where are you? A rain nymph, I believe it was? Where are you? Rain nymph. You are begging to be let in, you bring water, yeah. Rain nymph. Press on, employee. Cool, whose bones are these? Can I have them? Ooh, this is a tough one. Cool face once again. I am the harbinger of death. I am the bringer of pestilence. I am forever the nuisance. What am I?
Please hold.
Ooh, that is a tough one. Harbinger of death. Bringer of pestilence. I think forever the nuisance. Oh wait, no, you're not that hard after all. You're a reanimation. Yeah. Okay, I can't look at these. Submit. They really are testing my knowledge. I see, I see. But no, you're a reanimation. They are known to cause issues, and yeah, okay. Like along those lines, and yeah, reanimation. Alright, client, good job. Rejoice. I'm assuming this means I'm doing good. Because if I was doing bad, I'm sure we'd be going deeper. Well, maybe not sure, but I'm guessing. I seek the domains of those who have too much. Step within and they lose their way. What am I?
Please
You
hold.
are a closet labyrinth. Closet labyrinth. Known for getting people lost and also for only showing up for those who are wealthy and have too much. Info successfully sent. Expand thy mind. Well, look, we're going now into. Oh, are we going to like center of the earth? Are we talking Hollow Earth here? I'm going to go down and dwell with those that dwell below. Is that where I live when I'm not at work? Vacation? Like, what's the deal here? We are companions of the gardens. We compel those who tread to tread no longer. What are we?
Please hold.
That one's a little trickier, but I think you're a Spriggan. Wait, no. Companions of the gardens. Or are you a seedling? Seedling or Spriggan? Oh wait, compel. Yeah, it's a seedling because they had a weird mind control effect. And yeah, the correct seedling. Yes, I remember that. I remember that wording. Seedling. For successfully stand. Let go thy stilted sword. Mole person. Funny face there. Yeah, you're a mole person for sure. I am the dancer. I am the bringer of destruction. I consume the weak and the reckless. I am the forsaken oil and the careless light. What am I? I am the dancer, the bringer of destruction. I consume the weak and the reckless. I am the forsaken oil and the careless light.
Please hold.
That is a harder one. Dancer, bringer of destruction. Consume the weak and the reckless. No, that doesn't fit. No. Dancer, bringer of destruction, consume the weak, forsaken oil, careless light. Brigands, right. No. Wait. And the dancer and the bringer of destruction, I consume the weak and the reckless, forsaken oil and the careless light. Destroy night dawn. No, that doesn't fit. No. Are you Dorka? The bringer of destruction. Consume the weak and the reckless. I feel like it's either Dorka or a Boggart. Bringer of destruction. And the forsaken oil and the careless light. I feel like Boggart fits better. So we answer Boggart? It was successfully sent to your client. Good job. She said. I think we're good. Do I have to get 100% right, or like we just have to get like above a certain percentage here? I am the seeker. I am the one who delivers. Oh, you're Dorka. What am I? Yeah, you're good. I'm glad I didn't pick her last one. Her. What?
Please
Yeah.
hold.
You are Dorka, the deliverer. And the picture didn't change, but I know I was right on that one for sure. So are we just at the end? How many more of these do I have to do before we call it good?
Hello. Supervisor Carroll here. We've been watching you closely.
Your eyes
For
got
all
weird.
this time, you have been providing excellent and accurate answers to our callers. These acts will not go unrewarded, and I'm pleased to report that you have qualified for a promotion. Please stand by while I prepare thy promotion.
Cool. Your eyes got weird. Cool promotion. All right.
Promotion in progress. Please stand by.
Is that your actual face, Supervisor Carroll? Like, are you supposed to? All right. Cool.
Please, be not afraid. Come
So was
close.
you? It was you who was in the computer walking closer. Got it, and then opened up the room. So, all right. Were you a druid? Is that a crown for me? Of weird plant growths? Your mascara is a little runny, but okay. Actually, maybe it's not mascara. It might be ash? Charcoal? Interesting blue around the eyes.
Congratulations. All hail our new junior supervisor!
Cool. Cool. I don't know if my hearing was just bad, which it probably is slightly, but I couldn't make out any of those words. It felt like something, unless they were just supposed to be chanting. Junior supervisor, complete the game. Nice. I wonder if we get. I know there's an achievement if you get 100% in the game, like throughout the whole thing. I'm not doing that. Yeah. This went longer than I expected because we basically got an extra night in. Got 3 days in, basically. But, alright. Options? Unemployment immunity. Options that allow for post-descent manipulations available after promotion. Always display accuracy. Okay, so I could do it again and just always know my accuracy. Like, so if I ever screwed them up, I'd know right away, and I could add button to skip call wait time. That's handy. Unemployment immunity. So I could make it so I can't be fired, basically. But that's kind of the thing I want to check next. Music volume, master phobia toggles. Oh. Disables in-game photos of phobias triggering material. Fear of dogs. Kynophobia? Not familiar with that one. Alright. Color theme, text size. Yep. Always display accuracy. I like that, and I like the option to skip. Okay. What's our art book? Hi, I'm Nick Lives, the creator of Home Safety Hotline. If you're here reading this, it hopefully means you are invested enough in this game to be curious about its development. If so, you've come to the right place. This is a peek into the game's art development process and all the human messiness that entails. I hope you enjoy this thorough and admittedly indulgent look into what went into making Home Safety Hotline the game it is right now. Oh, that's old Dungeons & Dragons. That's like first edition. When I was maybe 10 or 12 years old, my grandmother gifted me a Dungeons & Dragons monster manual. Good times. And my parents had one of these. I do believe, or was it the one right after this? But this looks super familiar, so I'm pretty sure it may have been this. She picked up from a thrift store. Lucky find. Can't hardly find any of these things anymore, especially in decent condition. Immediately, I fell in love with this book. Despite having no idea what its purpose was, I would scour its pages constantly, learning everything I could about its many, many imaginative creatures. Since I started developing games, I've very much wanted to make a game about the pure joy I experienced flipping through a bestiary. Many games have featured in-game bestiaries, but rarely is it important to actually read through them in much detail. Bestiary is worth a pearl, the signs of life even when it was alive. Alright. My first attempt at crafting a game based around my love for bestiaries was a game aptly titled Bestiary, a fantasy game in which you would play as a researcher, testing the dead bodies of monster corpses with various magical implementations in an attempt to write an accurate bestiary entry for them, noting properties as you went. This prototype never really made it past the conceptual stage, with these concept art pieces and a crude interactable UI being as far as I took it. I wasn't fully happy with this direction. It was rather art heavy, seemed too generic, and felt little like the activity that inspired. Alright. New magic. Skip ahead to a while, and my wife and I ended up both getting jobs as actors at a local fantasy theme park called Evermore Park. Sounds sick. In which she played a playful fairy and I voiced and puppeteered this big monster called the Fae King. The park gave a lot of improvisational freedom to its actors, and my wife and I both wound up really stretching some creative muscles while we were there. Every day we'd be crafting up stories on the spot for guests and improvising scenes with other actors. Eventually, many of the actors quit or were let go, but the park left a substantial creative void within many of the people who worked there. myself included. As time went on, I sorely missed performing and improvising with other actors, and the constant but rewarding creative challenge of tale weaving and lore crafting on the fly. During the pandemic, as things felt increasingly dire and lonely, I wrote up a new design document entitled 1-800-Bestiary, a game about answering calls for a hotline that prescribes solutions to various kinds of monsters' infestations. The hope was, with the caller angle, I'd be able to wrangle a bunch of actor friends into this fun and quick project, and maybe we'd all get a chance to recreate some of that creative spark, and I'd finally get to scratch my childhood bestiary itch. Alas, other priorities came up with other projects I was developing, remained on the back burner for another 3 years. I'm pretty sure this is what eventually became what we're dealing with now. Analog horror. I released a horror game called Night Signal. Hey, I played that. Wait, this guy did. Yeah, that's. I think we played that recently. I didn't realize that's from the same guy. Been trying to fish for the past few years while and the game didn't perform great financially. It sure seemed to resonate with those in YouTube's comment sections. Because I'm a weak human who craves validation, naturally I read each and every comment as it came in. I'd see some people say Night Signal reminded them of something called analog horror. I gave into curiosity, started going down this analog horror rabbit hole. Once again, I immediately fell in love. Here was this incredibly fascinating subgenre of horror that oozed with creativity and its second-hand approach to storytelling, all while being wrapped in an instantly recognizable and nostalgic aesthetic. Gemini Home Entertainment, in particular, quickly became a favorite with its more subdued approach in presenting its horrors so matter-of-factly, varied inside informational views about mundane topics like wildlife and camping. Alright. Lunar Archives. During my newfound love affair with analog horror, it occurred to me at some point that the genre would be a perfect match for the gameplay concept, and right away I revived the pitch and started on crafting a working prototype. Quick on Windows 95 interface. That makes sense. Analog horror was frequently challenging 90s era media formats. It felt like the only natural digital equivalent. I only crafted this quick proof of concept piece before building the interface in engine and iterating from there. The new work title was now Lunar Archives, as I attentively decided the new concept would revolve around aliens. At this time, the idea was that the aliens monsters could be from anywhere in the world, since that opened the largest number of creative possibilities. I struggled to come up with interesting monsters in such a broad setting, however, and I didn't really feel scary yet to read about a monster that lives nowhere near me. Home Safety Hotline. Increasingly felt like they needed to be more personal to be scary, so I decided the monsters should be all be things that live in your house. Out of curiosity, I asked my wife one day if she knew of any folklore about monsters that live in your house. The answer was goblins. Oh yes, now we're talking. I excitedly grabbed one of the sketchbooks so I could doodle up some weird gobbos and the new, more fitting title idea. As soon as I started reading up on house goblin folklore, I instantly felt like a kid again, and monster ideas just started flowing out. The first monster design I did was this first hob photo. I dove right into Photoshop and started painting my interpretation of a little goblin in a photograph of a living room. Trevor Henderson style. I gave him little troll doll style tufts and some simple slits for eyes, trying to evoke a Guillermo del Toro-esque spirit of grounded, scary, but whimsical. Man, it's getting late. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna read through this whole thing. I'll just click through it here. You guys can read. You can just pause the video and read through it yourself, if you want. It's getting really late for me here, and this video's gone a lot longer than I meant it to. So, yeah, I gotta call it a night. Why did I do this to myself? Yeah, now that makes sense. Silly scares. Yeah, gnome problems. Image fidelity. Alright. Spriggan the Spy. Yeah, Heart's Creature Spot. Did spot it though. Yep. Troll. Interesting. Deflated troll. Got it. Uh-huh. Sort of the forefathers of our modern day boogeyman. Right. Scruffy fellow. Oh, so it wasn't a Kirby, it was just a little raccoon hat. Got it. Or, yeah, part of a raccoon. Yeah, worked for there. Uh-huh. Mirror nymph. Oh, I like this one. I can get a much better look at that gnome there. At these critters in this one. Ah, I didn't realize those were eyes. Alright. You're a wizard. Yep, uh-huh. The Warlock Remnant is in fact an edited photograph of me wearing a Halloween mask from my childhood along with a cheap vampire costume I had from past Halloweens. Felt cute. Might delete later. That's funny that is actually what it is. Coupon idea. Used horseshoe. I don't think that's one we saw. Uh-huh. A ratty end. Okay. Ending was much simpler and to the point, with Carol firing the player and wiping their memory before sending them on the way. After the promotion ending was ran, it was decided to come up with something a little more whimsical for the game over to better suit the world of HSH. Inspired by Roald Dahl's Witches, we came up with the idea that Carol should turn the player into a mouse instead. On the morning of the shoot, I molded these props from air drying clay, painted them with acrylic paint, and then hastily glued some Foxcraft store fur onto them. Even then held those in front of the camera while I filmed the ending of my living room floor. Okay, reel me this. On Saturday, but it felt a bit too abrupt to go from the otherwise normal workday to the game's fantastical ending in the span of a single call. Brainstorm we found upcoming with a dedicated final trial. Okay. Pace yourself. More for. Uh-huh. Animated and music would later also serve to guide the pacing of the actual shoot, with David shouting out the appropriate cues as we filmed in order to dictate the pacing and structure of the ending, so music could be written for it. The promotion crown. Yeah, okay, yeah. Mushrooms and weird stuff. It was a unique prop I hot glued together out of various craft store materials, including a small wreath, little curvy sticks, and fake mushrooms. Given the player is only getting their first promotion, the materials involved are all more crude and common than the more lavish crown that Faye Carol wears. Faye Carol's makeup. The final makeup and costume look for Faye Carol in the game's ending cutscene. Truer, more ancient form, in Courtney's own words, I want to look like a proper swamp witch. Succeeded. That actually worked really well. Read through the art book. Also pieced together by Courtney herself, utilizing stress netting, fox moss, a stressed black skirt, and finally topping it all off with a crown fashioned from fox twigs and leaves. Alright. Yeah, so I didn't read through all that. You can read it for yourself if you want. Go ahead. So what happens if I click this again? Oh, there was call training as well. Accuracy. Uh-huh. Oh, does it just do a repeat of the ending? Okay, it does. Is it Jamaica? Progress will be lost? Yes. It's fine. Alright, weekly report. Ah, okay. So it was Michelle and Fred I got wrong on day 2. Wanda I got wrong on day 3. And Paul I got wrong on day 6. That was a lot of calls. And I got 2 of these ending ones up wrong. Alright, good to know. Good to know. Huh. Alright. Right. Call training. What does that mean? Prove your phone operator speed and accuracy with call trainer. Help as many callers as you can. If you fail 3 calls, you lose. are worth 50 points each. Multiply your score with combos by getting multiple correct answers in a row. Alright, that sounds interesting. I might try that myself with my kids at some point. I don't know. Once again, I don't have time for this though right now. I need to call it a night. If you want to see the bad ending, which we read about, where you apparently get turned into a mouse, go ahead and try this game for yourself and purposefully fail. I didn't think about the fact that I'd have to reset progress all the way and everything, but I kind of want to keep this and look at it for now later on my own. So yeah, I don't really want to restart right now. Yeah, so that's the thing. Cool game. I really liked it. I didn't realize this was done by the same that did the Night Signal game. Interesting. Now I mentioned there's a DLC for this game. I don't have that. Involves holiday season stuff. Yeah, right now I don't have that, but I put a link in the description for the first episode so you can find it, and should be a link in the playlist description as well. So yeah, you can find that yourself if you want to try it. Maybe I'll do it someday, but right now I'm not. Hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun with this game. I would say this was well done, well put together. There were a couple that were annoyingly vague, and those are the ones I feel like I failed the most. Generally, were the ones that were annoyingly vague on like ways that maybe I just missed some key word in there somewhere. So what was the giveaway? But I think I did reasonably well, if not maybe above average well, for a run through on that. Comments below what you guys think about the game. Have you tried it yourself? Did you like it? What did you not like? All that stuff. Good stuff. I do like that the days also change along with that. That's cool. Well, good night, everyone. Bye.